to another edition of the Contractor's Secret Weapon weekly podcast with your hosts, Dave Negri. This program is dedicated to helping contractors, remodelers, painters, roofers, roof cleaners, and business owners in the construction industry gain an unfair advantage over the competition. This program supplies you with information that the competition doesn't even know exists. This session brought to you by ContractorsSecretWeapon.com.
Before we get into the conversation with you, I just want to do a shout out to our sponsors who help promote Contractor's Secret Weapon and just some of the things that they have in store for you, our listeners. Hey, is your phone ringing enough? Do you want it to ring more with highly motivated and qualified buyers that contact you, the contractor, directly? No more waiting for the phone to ring. Just answer that phone. Best Home Services leads are dedicated to making your phone ring with motivated buyers that call you directly. There's no obligation to talk with them. Just go to ContractorsSecretWeapon.com/money. Fill out the form to secure your discount on the setup fee. Do it today. This special will not last forever. Check them out at ContractorsSecretWeapon.com/money.
Running a small business is no easy task, and I should know because I had a service company for almost 10 years. I am the founder of a software called Radius Bomb, and it's unbelievable. And for all the listeners of Contractor's Secret Weapon, we have a special offer for you to check out. If you want to send hyper-targeted, laser-focused, super personalized postcards to your exact prospects using a map while sitting in your underwear, then go to ContractorsSecretWeapon.com/Radius Bomb, and we'll give you your first 100 postcards for free. Just go to ContractorsSecretWeapon.com/Radius Bomb.
Hey, Dave Negri here with Contractor's Secret Weapon, and we are going to go through a new series of 5 biggest reasons why contractors fail. It's really simple when it comes down to the task. They're not really big items, but what we're going to do is not just tell you what the items are, the failure points, but we're going to give you some suggestions on how to get past those points so that you can go on to become more successful at what you're doing instead of being bogged down by the most common things that make contractors fail. And it's not just the new guys. It's the older guys, too, who get into a nice, easy rut of what they're doing and expect things to just happen. And you know what? Things just don't happen the way you want them to unless you plan on it. So that's really what we're going to be talking about in this series. We're going to go through the number one reason is why people don't do things. You know, guys will doing nothing at all. That's one of the biggest problems. So what we're going to do is how to get past doing nothing. Number 2 is your future without planning. Of course, we've gone through the goal system, and we're going to go through it again in a little more detail and give you some ideas. And then you can, after this series of podcasts, you can go to the goal session, come back, and bounce back and forth. So number 3 is doing things halfway. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to how to complete the tasks at hand, and we're going to go through that. Number 4 is we're not consistent as contractors. What's going to make us consistent? So be consistent in the important stuff. And again, no plan. But it's different than not goal setting. It's having no plan, getting you through the day. So we're going to really talk about never starting tomorrow until it's finished. Okay, so let's just talk about one of the things that holds a lot of us back from time to time, especially new guys, but it's really not a new guy problem because it catches up with us as we grow our businesses. We get complacent. We get we really get complacent with what's going on. So a lot of times things will happen or we don't do anything at all because we're expecting things to happen. But let's go back to the new guys. So you started off a new business. You got a great trade. You're excellent at what you do. And you do a customer here. You do a customer there. And you're hoping that they will refer you. So you stick around and you wait for your phone to ring. And therefore it's not ringing because you're haven't done any marketing. So that's what this whole podcast was built around, was doing marketing, how to do it, how to get into a system. But if you're a new guy, here's a couple of things that you can do to get you off and running. Join a networking group. And I know we've talked about this a lot of times before, but networking groups will get you involved with other people who are like-minded, who are trying to expose their businesses to other people so you can help each other out. One of the things that I did, and in the very, very beginning, when I started my painting business, I always believed that forward motion would bring me business. So I may do things here, do things there, but not always did what I did on A bring me in business, but maybe B did or C did, or it comes in from a different area altogether. So in the beginning years when I started, I was doing a tremendous amount of new construction painting. Rarely did any residential. Of course, since that I've learned a lot, and I reversed, and now I don't do any any new construction, but I only do residential. But this is what I would do. I would make up flyers, and at that time they were just flyers, just we do painting and and I drew a little picture of a sad house and then a picture of a happy house, what it looked like after it painted, and we do this such sort of painting. It was nothing spectacular, but I knew that everything was in the numbers, and it always is in the numbers. So I would make up flyers and make up 1,000 flyers. I'd staple them to wood that I used in the construction site, and I would go out in the middle of the night. I'd go out at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'd start tossing 1,000 flyers. And I'd toss, a week, 1,000 flyers, and then while I was waiting for houses to come up, because I had contracts, I wasn't keeping up with the work, or they weren't keeping up with me, however you want to talk about it. So I would get on 1,000, I would get 4 calls, and these were decent areas at that time. They were at 25 years ago, they were all $200,000 houses. So today it'd be $600,000, $700,000 houses that we threw our flyer on. And of course, not everyone, would pick them up, they'd throw them in the trash, or they'd look at them and say, ha, cute. And I'd find somebody that was looking to get their house painted. So like I said, the numbers were there. I'd get 4 people that would call, and I'd get 1.5 on average, when I did it over a course of time, 1.5 average of repaints. But the funny part was that, like I said before, it has to do with forward motion. So I might not get it, but I might get it from somewhere else, a referral from someone else, or an add-on to this, a new house. So it's crazy, but it goes back to forward motion. So if you're new, you have time, go do stuff like that. If you have to, just go do something. Go meet people. I know another great thing that we could probably do a whole podcast on, and I may just do that, on how to get a tremendous amount of or work from real estate agents, and doing it in such a way that you are helping them with their clients get a business. So here's in a nutshell. What you do is you create a coupon, and I've done this lots of times, that it looks like the real estate agent purchased the coupon for a pressure cleaning of a house, or washing some windows, whatever you want to do, and they give it to their client either in 2 fashions. One, you give it to the listing agent, who at the time wants their customer to get their house looking as nice as possible, and so they call you, and of course you haven't paid for the ad, but this is one of the few places that I would offer a discount, because I'm not paying for the ad, and I'm getting the people, I'm getting work. I do an add-on, and we get their business. And now the real estate agent looks good, because it looks like they pre-bought a coupon or a voucher for their client to do the work, to get their house cleaned up and make it more presentable, easier to sell, sells faster. And then there again, on the backside, we would do buyer's agents, who would actually the ones that sell the houses, we would put together a packet for them, same purpose, discount coupon or a coupon for purchasing multiple items at a discount. So we a bundle package. And or $50 off if you use our services. Labor is only included, no service, no materials. So I mean, it can look like a lot of different things, but this is a great way to get up and running fast, because you just have to meet realtors, and you're going to create a system that helps them connect better with their clients, on both the selling agent and both the buying agent who has the other client. And so you look like the hero because you've made them look like the hero. So this is one way. And this goes for the older people too. The older guys that have been in business, that things are running smooth, and you're depending a lot on referral business, and you're not doing a whole lot of marketing, or you're not keeping your funnel full like you should. We have a tendency to get complacent with business. Well, it's coming in. It's coming in on a regular basis, but we don't do a whole lot to keep that coming in. So we need to design systems to do that. Now, the realtor one is a great one. You can team up also with other people who have the same types of customers. So if you have a landscaping company and they make a mess of the property, they can give their clients a voucher. So we paid $75 or we paid $50, to get your area pressure cleaned, whatever the case may be, and you can do add-ons to that. It's the endless items to do. Another great way to get clients is to create a checklist of things that here, I'm going to tell you what I did. I created a checklist of exterior healthy home items. So do you have mildew and algae building up around the house? Are the gutters clean? A whole list of maybe 25 items. I do free pressure washing up to 800 square feet, which is about $100 coupon, and we do this with the report, with this exercise that we do on helping them to have a healthy exterior home. Now, I know all you guys are saying, that's crazy, I'm not giving nothing away for free, but let me explain what free does in the mindset of that person. They feel obligated. There's this thing called reciprocity. I don't want to owe you anything. So if I don't do business with you, I will refer you. I will have a friend call you, say, listen, Dave came over and he gave me this great, 3-page, thing on the house of healthy. Is the roof healthy? Is the around the outside healthy? Is it grow mold? Do I have rust? Do I have gutters? And it's just a free report. You will get business from that. I will guarantee that you will get business from that. It's called reciprocity. It's a law. It has to happen. Let me tell you a little story about something that happened to me and my wife. We were listening to a CD on the way to a weekend we were having, and we were listening to actually this particular subject on reciprocity, and how you give away something for free and that people have to respond. It's just the inherent nature with most. I know people that won't do that. Well, I know people that won't do that too, but for the most part, they have this innate part that's in them that they have to give back because they don't want to be obligated to owe you anything. So we're going through this jewelry store. I can't remember the name of it. So we're going through this jewelry store. We're in Orlando, and we walk in, and the stuff's not cheap. They have bags that have lifetime guarantees and all this other stuff. And my wife said, I just want to go and look. I don't want to buy anything. I don't want to buy anything. I said, that's fine. I don't care. Let's just go in. We'll take a look. Walk around the house and the store. And the girl behind the counter says, hey, can I give you a water? You must be thirsty from walking around outside all day. And my wife looks at me, and I look at her, and we just started giggling because we knew what was happening because of the reciprocity. They taught their people well on how to treat their customers. So did we buy something? Of course we did. We felt obligated to. It's just that, like I said, that part that's in you. So here's another little tidbit that you may think about, depending on what business you're in. When you go to do a proposal, an estimate, whatever the case may be, bring a gift with you. It could be a small package of cookies. It could be, like I know a guy who has a carpet cleaning business. He brings a little bottle of spot remover and puts it in a little baggie with a little bow on it and says, we wanted to give this to you for calling us. There's numerous things, and they feel obligated. So, you don't have to wait around for the phone to ring. Get out of your rut. Institute little things that will keep you busy, keep the phone ringing, because this is basically what happens with many contractors, many businesses. Until they build their systems, they just wait for the phone to ring because they feel, I do a great job. Well, I know you do a great job. That's why you went into business, but not everyone knows you do a great job, and you'd probably starve if you had to wait, or are starving if you got to wait for referral business. So listen to the next episode of this series, and it's all about planning. They don't plan. So what's your future going to look like without planning? So go to the next episode in this series, and you will find out more about your future without planning. What's it look like? Hey, maybe you'd like to be on their show. If you have a story to tell, how you overcame maybe a big hurdle in business, or something you feel like you'd like to share with other business owners to help them, just email my assistant at info@contractorsecretweapon.com. That's info@contractorsecretweapon.com. Put in interview in the tagline or the subject line, and I'll have her send you out one of our guest sheets to fill out, and then we can go from there. Again, I want to thank you for joining us and investing your time with us today. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and if you did, go to iTunes and give us a shout out. You can also go to our website, www.contractorsecretweapon.com, and check out today's episode and leave us a comment in the bottom of the page. And if you haven't gotten your 15 secret weapon strategies to getting higher-end customers, get it while you're at the website. Also, I want to thank again our sponsors for keeping this podcast alive, for your profit-making pleasure. And so go be profitable this week. Work smarter, not harder, and learn how to leverage your time and your knowledge so that you can be more profitable. Again, see you next week.
Thanks for joining us for another weekly episode of the Contractor's Secret Weapon podcast with Dave Negri. We would love to hear your comments about this episode, so visit us online at www.contractorsecretweapon.com and let us hear your thoughts. If you are listening via iTunes, please leave us a positive review. The more positive reviews we receive, the more other contractors will benefit from this show. Thank you, and see you next time here on the Contractor's Secret Weapon podcast.